Should I keep my virginity? Is it worth it to be celibate in this world where everybody is doing? So this is a topic that we must not shy away from. Are Christian women being scammed? Are we being scammed? Hello guys, hi and what's up? Welcome to my channel. We're going to be discussing virginity in Christianity and whether it's worth it, and then I would share the best way, the best mindset and the best approach to do it, and to just address the whole scam, how they scam some Christians and promise them things for keeping their virginity. We're just going to look at scriptures and then see the right way to do it and what to expect from celibacy and virginity, or keeping yourself undefiled till marriage. Okay, so if you are seeing my face for the first time, this is Ezine Diara, and here we talk about Christian topics, Christian discussions, and why did I choose celibacy till marriage, addressing virginity scam in Christianity. But before we dive right into the discussion, just see this video.
I feel like gradually being a Christian wife is becoming a humiliation ritual, and the women who aspire to be Christian wives, specifically pastors' wives, have a humiliation kink. Because what do you mean, Christian girls? You spend your whole lives keeping yourselves until marriage, being chaste, being celibate, being modest, denying yourselves of certain worldly pleasures, prioritizing finding a man and being a good wife and being a good mother at the expense of everything else you could ever be. But then you're not even guaranteed a good relationship. You're having the same experiences as Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and women of the world and women who sing about WAP and immodest girls and the girls that you look down on and are judgmental of. Because what do you mean? Your heavenly Father, you served him in your youth in church, served and worshipped and did everything right by the book, and you're not even guaranteed a good marriage? Like, what do you mean you're having the same experiences as Cardi B and the women in the world? I'm all for restoring your marriages, but leave us out of it. Don't come and tell us the nitty-gritties of how you went about it. And most of all, leave the Holy Spirit and God out of it. The Holy Spirit didn't direct you to do shit. God did not speak to you and direct you to embrace the disrespect that you're receiving. You guys don't know you're making this God you serve look so bad.
So by the end of this video, I'm going to discuss what works, what to expect, what to expect from keeping yourself, and the best way to do it. So stick with me to the end. Heads up, I made this video across 2 weeks. I made this video within 4, 5, 7 days, different days, and so you have to pardon the changes in my appearance. I try to keep dressing up the same way just to achieve uniformity, but it wasn't done in a day. So please don't allow that to distract you. Okay, so when I watched this video by this young lady on TikTok, it was heartbreaking because it was really it was expository in the sense that, and what she said in this video, to an extent, to a very large extent, I will agree with what she said, and that is what I'm going to be addressing in this video. So consider this video as a masterclass in virginity keeping. Okay, so I don't know what I'll name this video yet, but as we progress, let me know in the comment section the best name or title for the video. So yes, I know that she was addressing Christian girls with Christian virtues and Christian attitude. Those are the people she addressed. But I want to share a story about my friend's mom. Okay, the dad had cheated on the mom. The mom married a man of God, and it was years after, I'm saying like 2 decades later, that she found out that the man had been unfaithful, like a serial cheat, like very unfaithful, like she was living in a fantasy. The man was called a man of God, but he did not honor the Lord in that area, in adultery he's King Solomon. Okay, so the mother was now so sad. She was depressed. Is this what God will reward me with after she was now like, God, you hate me. God, you hate me. What did I do? Why did But at a time when she married the man, she probably thought, God gave me the best. I married the man of God and all. Now, this was a real life story. It happened to my friend's mom, and when after it happened to her, she kept on saying God hates her, she's unlucky. Why would she keep herself for her to get married to someone like this, someone this reckless, someone this immoral? And just like the woman said, the same things happening to Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, same thing happening to every other woman. It happened to her, and she felt like God has scammed her. So that is the reason why I would be zoning in. I'll be talking to virgins. I'll be talking to those that lived celibate lives and those that stayed chaste until marriage. So I'll start by saying, why should you keep your virginity at all as a Christian? Now, you should start with knowing your why. The reason why you start should sustain you. Now, I had already in primary school days, I had some rough times, like rough, I wouldn't say I was not exposed to everything, but I was doing all those boyfriend, girlfriend hugging, just some, just little. So just little things, that, collecting a ring from a guy, promising him you marry him and all that. So when I now went to the secondary school, I went to a Christian secondary school, and in the secondary school, they taught a lot about purity and keeping yourself till marriage. And it was in secondary school that I made a decision to stay chaste until marriage. And then it was an evolving decision. After a while, I was just like, okay, just because I was taught to. But then after a while, I decided that it was for us unto the Lord. So the reason you should strive or desire to stay chaste or to keep yourself from sexual immorality is because the Bible said so. The Bible said we should flee from sexual immorality. The Bible said we should honor ourselves as the temple of the Lord. And you that you are redeemed, you conduct yourself as the redeemed of the Lord, as the righteous of the Lord. So it is a righteous thing that you live that experience for the right time when it was intended, which is with the right partner, with the partner that you do not intend to separate. That's the partner that you intend to marry and procreate. It's a procreational activity. It's supposed to bond and cause you to give birth. And that's why it's not just an exercise. It's not just something you just do as to exercise or to feel good. No, it's something that is reserved for marriage. And that's why when you do not take pills, what will happen? It will land. Evolution has made it sound like, societal evolution has made it sound like just have fun. This is how you bond with your man. Are you bonding with the man you want to marry? And if you were to take in, are you ready to take that responsibility? So that is the mindset to have. So like I said, it is as unto the Lord. And I'm sorry, this video, I'm trying as much as possible to not sound holier than thou or to come off in a certain way. So please just follow me till the end. So thank you. So you don't keep your virginity to make heaven. You don't keep your virginity so that you become righteous. No, as Christians, you are already righteous. As Christians, you're already bound to heaven. You are a son of God. Our conversation is heavenly. Okay, so you keep it in honor of your temple as the house of the Lord. You honor yourself. There are things that a king does not do. A son of God should not be found in some things. So that is why you keep your temple holy. 1 Thessalonians 4, 3-4, 1 Corinthians 6, 18-20, 2 Corinthians 11, verse 12. Then Hebrews 13, 4, how marriage is honorable bed undefiled. So Just if you're being questioned, why are you doing this, why, please, it is as unto the Lord, as commanded by the scriptures, as expected by the Lord. Okay, so you do it to honor the Lord, not so that the Lord will accept you. So let us not place the cart before the horse. God has accepted you already, and as someone who belongs to God, you now keep your temple clean. Don't mix up with relationships or sexual relationship just because you want to honor your temple as belonging to God, and you want to honor yourself as a son of God. So that is the motivation. Knowing your why will save you a lot. Know your why. If you don't know your why, that is why many people, when they now marry, it happens to man and woman, when they now marry, they see that their spouse was irresponsible, slept around, then they want to revenge, and now, people that were chased all through, they now want to show their spouse that I can do it. So that is why it is as unto the Lord, in honor to the Lord Jesus, in honor to the ministry that we have received. You consecrate yourself as a means to devote yourself to God. I had a friend that she kept on asking me, she kept on calling, it's because she heard of how I made that decision to stay chaste. She kept on asking, how far now, have you lost it, have you done, have you, for like months, even years, like years into school, years after my university education. And I was wondering, why was she asking, why was she so interested in this topic? So it was later on I got to know that she also needed a motivation for why to keep hers, to hear, when you hear the person that you heard that you feel like she's even doing that, she's even keeping herself, she has lost it, so she has lost her virginity, so why are you? So it is not as a competition, it is not as let's see who is stronger. No, it's not a thing of strength, it's just a thing of, I decide that I wish to stay chaste because I honor myself as a son of God. I honor my temple as the house of the Lord. Colossians 3:23 said that whatever we do it unto the Lord. So our motivation is the Lord. I belong to God. I belong to God. I don't sin not because I'm a good girl, I'm better than you. No, I don't sin. I don't do that. I don't commit fornication. I don't sleep around because I belong to God. Okay? So that is our motivation. So being a virgin, staying pure, that is your motivation. Not every other thing should be subsumed into this. I had someone who came around and asked me, what if I were to keep myself and then I get married and find out that my spouse did not do that my spouse was even wayward, So that is still taking you back. It is as unto the Lord, not because of your spouse, not because I want my spouse to congratulate me, I want my spouse to see that I kept myself for her or for him. No. It is as unto the Lord. Whether you're a man or a woman, you are keeping it as unto the Lord. And then, like I said, by the end of this video, I'll address the better mindset towards chastity and purity and fleeing from sexual immorality. For someone like this who asked me this question, what if I were to keep myself and I marry wrongly? So I would also say, don't bother about that. Keep your mind stayed on what you want. Okay, if you actually desire to marry a virgin, or you want to marry someone that also keeps themselves, pray to God, and don't look around. Don't be distracted by what you see, because it can be very distracting when you look around and then you see that all your classmates, all your friends, your peers, everybody, your peer group, everybody is having fun, and it's seeming like you are the odd man out. Okay, so it can be very discouraging, but I promise you, God has men. Just like the prophet in the Bible, he said, I'm the only one that has not bowed. And God told him, I have reserved 7,000 that has not bowed to Baal. Okay, so that is it. You trust God. There are good men around, and you find I cannot see them now does not mean that they are not around. They might not be in your locality, they might not even be in the same state or the same country, but trust God trust God to give you the kind that you want. Okay, now please pay attention to what I'm saying. Trust God to give you the kind. That's pray to God to give you the kind that you want. So I'm not also saying, now that takes me to the next point, the mindset not to have. So don't have that mindset of if I keep myself, God will give me the best, So as you're keeping yourself, you still, if you're trusting God for a certain kind of person, whatever type, educated or beautiful or any type of person you are trusting God for, stay praying and desiring it. So don't just say, I'll just keep myself and God should better be keeping one man for me or one woman for me. No, stay in the place of prayer, calling the person, trusting God, trusting that your step and the person's steps meet. Okay, don't just fold your hands and just expect virgin spouse to fall into your hands. No, you will still trust God that you get to meet the same person that you prayed for. This is applicable in every aspect. It is when you are trusting God for something, don't just keep your mouth mute. Stay in the place of praying. Keep praying and keep desiring. Keep saying it in the place of prayer. Keep confessing it. I have this. I trust God for this. So that is how to stay in faith. Stay consistent till you get what you want to get. Now, another mindset not to have is, like I said, entitlement. That entitlement mentality. Don't have that mentality of I'm entitled to this because I kept myself, I should have the best of this. No, like I said, whatever you desire to have, don't expect it to fall upon you. Trust God in prayers. Trust God by praying that you get that type that you want. So keeping your virginity is not a guarantee that you marry the best. So that is all I've been trying to say. God blesses all of his children, whether chaste, whether those that have lost, whether those that were raped, whether those that raped others. Once you believe, that is why we teach. Okay, once you believe, God causes his, in fact, even to unbelievers, God causes his rain to fall on the good and the bad. So am I saying this to not discourage you? No, I'm just saying have the right approach to this thing. God blesses all of his children, those that were taken advantage of, those that were lucky enough never to be taken advantage of. All. Why? He's a good God. He's a good God, and he's considerate of man. Okay, so now this issue of keeping your virginity, I'm going to just tell you straight up. There are some consequences. You think that things will just fall on you might think that keeping your virginity just makes you desirable and all. See, it will cost you. It has some consequences. It will cost you. In fact, it will cost you people. There are people that will not want to be friends with you. There are people that when they come around and they see that you have set this high standard that they cannot meet, they find a reason to back off. People will drop off of you. You'll be thinking that maybe you have a problem. You are just not giving them what they want. So you will lose people, and like the Bible said, the world does not love me, and don't think that the world will love you. He said it is sufficient for you if the servant is as the master. So if the world rejected the master, his goodness, the world will reject that ideal, that keeping yourself, honoring the Lord by keeping your temple. The world will reject that position. So you will lose people. It's a tough decision, and some people will lose interest in you. This is being as practical and as truthful as possible. These are some of the things that happened to me. I might not go into the details, but yes, as believers, we don't live by the experiences of others, but we hear the experiences of others, and it should teach us. If you go to 1 Corinthians 10:11, he said these things happened to them as an example unto us. So the stories of what happened to others should be an example to us. People that are still on their journey with God, people that are still trying to figure it out, or to even be motivated to live that chaste life that you're already gladly living for God, they will not love your stance. Therefore, you will lose people. So Be conscious of that. Again, your decision is not mainstream. It is not what is desirable and acceptable out there. So expect that you will lose people. Staying celibate till marriage is a stance that the world is not ready to accept. They like to box you in a corner. They like to put people in boxes. If you don't make up, if you don't do this, if you don't wear this, then you are this. If you don't follow men, if you don't have passion, if you don't get testy, then you are this. It's just it's a very, very worldly propaganda that you must not fall into. Okay, when like a dear friend of mine, her story is very funny. She was called. They told her she wasn't straight. I think she's even having a program coming up in Abuja, Nigeria. Okay. They told her she wasn't straight. Why? Because she rejected so many men and she's very pretty. And it's like, it doesn't make sense. You are pretty. Men want you, so just give in. So that is bullying. So expect to be bullied. So I'm still telling you some things to expect. Expect to be bullied. You'll be bullied. Some in trying to bully you, some persons will try to bully you and try to push you to the edge. Call you names. They'll tag you. You are wicked. You are hard-hearted. You don't have feelings. So because you are also bruising some people's ego and their pride, you'll be called wicked, you'll be called judgmental, you'll be called proud. So they will just look at you like, this one is thinking she's better than us, just because you are insisting on, no, I will not do this, no, just because you are giving them no. So I'm just saying, it will feel like it won't be as easy as you think. It has its own challenges. Some people now begin to call you name, something you are doing, expecting that something that you're doing that is good, that is moral, but you still see people saying, so she thinks she's better than us. All of us are supposed to be doing it together. So now that will make a lot of people begin to even show you bad parts of you. See, she keeps malice a lot. She's not even all that good. You hear things like that. People that will intentionally begin to look for flaws just to say that you are not such a good person. Okay, this is what to expect. You will be called boring. You'll be called unadventurous, naive. For sisters that are keeping themselves hoping that one Christian brother, Christian pastor will marry them, carry them, and tell them, well done, thank you for doing it for me. Sorry, even some Christian brothers, they will tell you that they prefer wild girls, bad girls. I've seen men that say that. I've heard men say that they even prefer bad girls or exposed girls. They'll say, how can I begin to teach her? How can I begin to teach her again? It's boring to teach her. So expect that. So I'm just saying, if you're expecting accolades, if you're expecting, oh wow, so pure, so no, it is between you and God. You are doing it to honor the Lord. Please, that should settle down in your heart. That should settle deeply in your heart. I'm just giving you this video to better prepare your mind as to what to expect in whatever level, whatever stage you are in right now. Now, I'll now also say that there are some things that you should not do. Like I said, this is a master class in virginity keeping. So there are some things you should not do as someone who is desirous to stay chaste till marriage. Okay, don't put yourself in compromising situations. So that if you go here, if you stay with this person, if you visit this person, you stay in this ungodly place, it's just human common sense thinking. Don't go visit them in a private room when they don't go. Don't say he's cool, he will never. Sorry, many people have put themselves in such compromising situations, and then bad things happen, and then they are like, so don't put yourself in compromising situations if you are going to last. If you start visiting the opposite sex in their houses, anything can happen. And these are just guardrails, okay? Then don't be dependent, don't put yourself in a position where someone is doing you good, so they are now expecting you to pay back the favor, begging, asking for money, asking for help, expecting them to meet your needs. It's like they will expect back. So be independent to a very, very large extent until you're married, and then you can now depend to that. I mean, I'm just saying things that helped me. With regards to relationship, be slow in picking a partner. You are complete without a relationship. You can date once in 5, 6, 10 years. Okay, you mustn't let me enter another one. No. You are complete without being affirmed from outside. We are complete in Christ. Okay, so that mindset, like I spoke about, that entitlement mindset, drop it and trust God for the best. Just trust God. Trusting God is better than putting yourself in that corner of, God, I did this for you, God, I kept myself for you, God, you are now getting angry, cursing at God. When you now see your buddies, your friends that are buddies, living it up, having the best relationship, and you're like, what, why, So have the right mindset. Don't have that entitlement mindset. I had a man that was, whether he was trying to bully me, I don't know. He was just saying that I'm boring, that so this kind of mindset is very outdated. He now told me about one lady that he met that was once a prostitute, how she married a very good man. Now the man opened a shop for her, and then the lady is just so blessed by God. Just trying to tell me God can still bless you despite how despite how free you are. And that's the truth. What he was saying is the truth. God blesses all. Okay, if apart from even God's blessing, the devil also blesses people. Follow the way of the devil and you'll be blessed. Okay, so but now that still traces back to why you are doing it. You are doing it as unto the Lord. Unto the Lord, to honor the Lord, not so that your husband will not see. No, unto the Lord. So you are not doing it so that someday God will bless you with one man. No, just like I said, have that mindset that trust God, and have that desire that God blesses you with a good man. When you have the desire, one is active. I'm not saying, this statement can be very tricky, right? I'm saying have the desire, like stay expectant, stay in prayers, okay? But don't just say, God, if you know what's good for you, that kind of, I'm just saying, don't be entitled, okay? Don't feel like, God, I did this thing for you, you must know. Pray properly. If you don't know how to pray properly, if you don't know how to pray concerning this topic, ask me to make a follow-up video, and I'll do a follow-up video to address it. Keeping your virginity, like the woman said, Christians are not even guaranteed a good man. The same thing happening to Cardi B is happening to them. The reason why it seems as though God is not guaranteeing us a good man, or even after keeping yourself, you are not guaranteed of a good man, it's not because God is not faithful. In this story of what happened to my friends, our parents and all, is it because God is not faithful, or because God is pro men, or God understands men more? Rather, it is that it is that people are responding to God in diverse, varying degrees. Okay? No, now our society, religion, and everything seems to make women more submissive. So you see, women are already, cultured with letting go of their rights a lot. Apart from even ministry and teaching people to be sacrificial in love and all, women know how to let go of their rights, what they feel like they are deserving of. So that attitude now, they still bring it in this issue of celibacy and all. So it is not because God is not faithful, but because it appears that women seem to respond more to God. That means I'm not saying that there are no chaste men and godly men and principled men, responsible men that choose to honor God in that aspect. There are many. I know many. I won't say I know many. I know a few that are really close to me that I know their story. Okay, so yes, they are good men, and we must not mistake why it is happening. The reason why it happens that it seems that God is not even going to give you a good husband, or that the same thing that is happening to Cardi B is happening to Christians. So what then is the guarantee? The reason why it seems that way is that it appears that it is the issue of obedience and submission to God. If you are lucky to marry a man that obeys and submits his will, his desire, his lust to God, blessed are you. You know, this issue of chastity, many people think those who are able to do it, they are just. I have struggled with issues of lust as well. Yes, I've wanted the relationship. Do you understand? I've desired to, explore. I've desired to. I want to also do my own. I want to have experience. How can I just get married and just one? And I've thought of all that. So it's a thing of I choose rather to submit my desire, my passion, my lust, what I desire. I choose to submit it to God. So it is not a guarantee that you will find a good man, but how to guarantee that you find a good man is stay praying, stay trusting God, stay following God, stay obeying God, stay following instructions. Keep following God and you will get to your desired destination. So it is not a scam. Keeping your virginity is not a scam, but it's what we have been taught, that once you just do it, once you just live this good life, man is waiting for you. No, the only guarantee is stay praying and stay expectant of a good spouse. Now, although personally, if you would ask me, I would not say you should pray to marry a virgin or someone who is celibate per se. Those are good things, and it should be a follow come, right? I'm just saying many people want to marry a good person, then they now call it virgin. So that she's a virgin or that he's a virgin does not mean it doesn't have wicked tendencies. So I would rather recommend that instead of praying, God give me a virgin as a spouse, pray that God gives you a good person, a discipled person, a person that submits himself to God, a person that is learning the word and continually getting better, a person that listens to God and listens to God through men, a person that follows God through men. So that is what I recommend. And if you are lucky enough to have someone who has been celibate or who kept virgin and all, good for you. So virginity is good, being celibate is good, honorable unto God. Okay, so but I'm saying it has become a compound word to mean a person that is a virgin is good. So let us be guided. There are virgins that are wicked. I'm sorry to say that. So moving on, like I said, it's a good person that you want and you should pray for. What I said at the end, I'll tell you the right way to do it. Now, the right way to do it is use it as a tool. Use your virginity as a tool. In the Bible, in Corinthians, they were told the virgin cares for the things of the Lord. So use your time of waiting, your time of keeping yourself to serve the Lord. That time, that's not the time to begin to fantasize, think about your wedding, or even watch some sites to be better acquainted with sexual positions. Or no, don't browse, don't turn to self pleasure. Keep your sanity. This is something that even Christians, lots of Christians suffer with. They are keeping themselves, then they now turn to self pleasure. And there was a man that I watched online. He said that he kept himself, but he was already watching those things and giving himself pleasure and all. And the wife, when they got married, he was now displaying some of those things that he watched, and the wife was shocked, like, where did you learn this from? And he was ashamed to say he watched it, he learned it from movies and all, from those sites. So keep your mind to the Lord. My pastor would say something. He said, if you fill your mind with the thoughts of the possibilities of your singleness, how all the things you can do, all the things you will do, all the capabilities you have, one day your action will surprise you. If you might just think, I'm just watching it, I'm not hurting anybody, I'm at least I'm learning how to do it before I marry. Even before you marry, the devil will set a trap you never expected. So keep your mind sane. Use your singleness as a tool to serve God. That means that time that you're single, serve God with all of your heart. Pursue God. Pursue the knowledge of God. Desire to know God. Because your emotions are not entangled. Your emotions are not all over the place. So use that period as a time of mental consecration unto the Lord. Yes, in your body, you are consecrated to the Lord. Now, in your mind as well, and in your service, physically active, be consecrated to God. So this is the right way to do it. like I call it from here to there. Okay, it's like saved from Egypt, to Canaan. So saved, like my church will say, saved from and saved to. Okay, so you are saved from all the immorality upon the world, in the world, and all the sexual pleasure and sexual exploration. You are saved from it to be consecrated in your mind to the Lord. Okay, so let that time not be a time of idleness in your mind, but a time of what? Active pursuit of God. And that was what helped me, and that was how I was able till my wedding night to stay chaste and stay celibate, and the Lord was able to help me. And trust God. When you pray, God will help you as well. God will help you with regards to the issue of celibacy till marriage. Okay, so I know it might not fully make sense when I say you should use it as a tool, and that is why I put up a book. It's not available anywhere yet. I have not put it on Amazon or Seller, but if you are interested in the book, just let me know in the comment section. And I also recommend my friend's book, which is available on Amazon at the moment. So just I'll probably put a link for you to be able to buy it wherever you are. So this book is for anyone. That's both of the books. One is a case for women and one is addressing women themselves. That's mine. So these are books that you need to read. These are books that would disabuse your mind from that idolatry of husband or keeping myself for a husband. No, these are books that will help you, refocus your attention to the right place and reclaim your autonomy and your attention for God. So let me know if you're interested in that book. And is it worth it? It is worth it a million times over. Why? Number one, God said so. It is worth it because God says so. The scripture says so. Okay, so it is worth it because it is good to obey the Lord. Now, time will fail me to mention all of the benefits for your emotions, mental, proper decision making, proper judgment, or health, diseases and all, or even ability to trust yourself. The ability to build trust in yourself and your partner. So staying celibate it's worth it, and it will never ever go out of place and go out of fashion or go out of relevance. And so as a child of God, I encourage you, if you are on this path, stay faithful and God's help will meet you. God will help you. God has helped many and God is willing to help you. So thanks for watching, and if this video exposes or makes things clear, let me know. And I'd like to have your thoughts, and I'd like to know what you have to say or thoughts about the subject matter. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Remember to subscribe. Bye.